Well, solder pads were good, so I just replaced that resistor, and I changed the filter caps since I was right in that area, and they were cheap and able to get here on time from eBay. Let's see what this thing sounds like. I'm also going to replace this preamp tube in here. Interesting, it has some heat shrink or shrink tubing that's holding the tube onto the tube socket. I only got, what is that, like 5/8 or 3/4. It's not nearly big enough to go around the tube or the tube socket. But check this out, y'all. You can stretch this stuff out into like pliers, needle nose pliers or something, and you can make it big enough to serve its purpose in this application. Yeah. So if you're going to change tubes in these amps, that's the easiest way that I can think of to do it. All right, so that heat shrink worked out all right. If you look at that resistor back there, that ceramic one, that was out of tolerance. I replaced that. Filter caps and that resistor I pointed to earlier was replaced. The holes in these printed circuit boards, they're not plated through holes. There's no plating in the barrel. There's only plating on the land on the opposite side that you're looking at right here. So bigger components like this, you're gonna have to stake down with some kind of adhesive, so you don't ruin the solder pad on the other side of the board. But yeah, she sounds good. Check it out. Yeah, no more popping sound. And then changing the filter caps, I don't know, it doesn't sound a whole lot different, but there's more mid-range and the amp pushes a bit more air with those filter caps being changed.